It's been a busy few weeks, so I haven't gotten to our flower most recently. Hi, baby. No, no more adding your artistic flair to the pencil. Hi, hi. Anyway, it's been a busy few weeks, as I noted, and so I haven't gotten to our flower, but I did get a sketchbook, and I have been doing some sketching. Hopefully you can see. Trying to get back to some of my skills. I'm working on a few things. So I have been doing something, and I'm working on this now. I'm working on being able to do some of the bits and pieces I used to do, and picking up on my skills again. So that's where I've been for a few weeks. So I get everything set up, and there she goes, putting her nose under it all. The under of it all. Show them your cuteness. Show them your cuteness. Just laying claim. Goofball. Uh-oh. The bird's got her. The bird's got her. Hopefully. Here she goes. Birds. She heard birds. And then she left the room. Cat. This is probably going to take me a minute to refigure out. Because it's been a few weeks. It's been a few weeks. It's been a few weeks. Yeah, it's been a few weeks. I'm reorienting myself to my picture a little bit because it's been a few weeks. We had a very busy time with the holidays. Well, not hugely busy, I shouldn't say that. I was busy with things like, baking and stuff like that that needed to be done. My husband wanted to do Christmas cookie bags. I do cookies. He does not bake. So it was left upon me to do the Christmas cookie bags, which is fine. It's fine. But I essentially ended up with very little time to do much else. So, and I was very tired when I did have time. It's very hard for me sometimes these days to do anything in terms of doing, a lot of busy work during the day and then being able to do other stuff in the evening. It's just very hard for me. But overall, we had a very quiet Christmas, mostly. We couldn't do our traditional dinner this year. It was just too expensive. And I think I mentioned before that the washer pretty much made that impossible. Pretty much impossible. It really was. And then on top of that, we just didn't have a lot of company over the way we normally do. But we did do the cookie bags, like I said. And we did have a small dinner. We didn't do our traditional uh, indigenous celebration this year. Again, the washer, it was too much to be able to do that. But we had the washer payment was smaller, and we got some Christmas money from my husband's father, and so we did a smaller version of that um, indigenous meal for our Christmas. I liked it. It was nice. We had our pernil and we had a few other things. It was good. My middle daughter came by um, Christmas Eve and brought gifts. I went to get this, and my entire camera system just went. So I had to reset it up. Anyway, so my middle daughter got me this. It is a cutting board with Puerto Rico on it and the different islands. Most of our family is from Bayamon right here, although we also come from, San Juan, Caguas. I have a few from Sidra. I don't see a couple of the others on here. Naranjito. There's Naranjito. And a few other places. But we are mostly from this area right here. Barranquitas. Yeah, so we're mostly from this area. Anyway, it's a beautiful cutting board, and I'm decided, it says on the bottom, Island of Enchantment. I've decided I'm probably going to use this in my my altar, which I could talk to you about sometime if you're interested in it. But yeah, that's my plan for it. I'm not planning to cut anything on it. It's too pretty for that. So I would, if you cut anything on it, I would have to do it on the plain back side, and it would still mess up the beauty of the board in general. So that is not going to be used as an actual cutting board. So anyway, back to our artwork, right? Anyway, so yeah, we had them come down. They came down for a short time on Christmas Eve, and then they went to spend time with her boyfriend's family. And that was fun. That was nice to see them. And for once, there was no fighting. My oldest was gone. It is an unfortunate thing of having more than one kid, that a lot of times they don't get along. So having the oldest at work kind of made it easier in terms of, you know, keeping the amount of quibbling down to nothing. It's an unfortunate fact that my girls just don't get along. And they all blame each other for that, whereas I blame all of them. It's just, Mom looking at them going, you all have a part in it. You all play a part. Just a touch. Trying to get brightness without changing it from green, because that spot right here is really bright. And the white doesn't seem to be doing it. Maybe maybe we should just lean into our Love of all things shiny, right? I think we discussed that before. She's back. Hi, baby. Did you get your food or whatever you were looking for? No, 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 no. You can come around. That's a girl. Partying with a cat on your lap is interesting. She just wants her attention, peoples. I think if I ever find a different way of doing my art, this kitten will be very unhappy with me. Because right now, she can rest on one of my knees and get her snuggles. Let's see if I can, I don't know if we can show you this. Hopefully you can see her there getting her snuggles. So if I ever get a standard way where I'm upright, I'm not on a bed or anything like that, like I have an easel in front of me or something, she won't have that option anymore. And I think that will upset her greatly. Because right now she can get attention while I'm doing this. Because, as I've mentioned before, I think she hates it when she doesn't get my attention. When my attention is definitely put somewhere else, especially in the room, in the bedroom. She doesn't seem to have a problem with it when I'm working down in my filming area. But up here in the bedroom, I think she sees this bedroom as hers. And so she gets upset that I am doing things in the bedroom. Is that it, baby? You get upset with me doing things in the bedroom. Is this not the spot where I'm supposed to be doing my work? Huh? For you? To you? According to your most eminent opinion, kitten? Pretty girl. So right now, I'm working on the fact that this needs the same saturation as these guys, but these two petals are much lighter in tone, like more light is shining on them. So I'm having some issues working that up the way I want to see it. I am learning that what I see and what I create are generally going to be two different things. And I'm trying to learn to accept that. I can't do the skill level, folks. I'm trying, but I don't have the skill level to make everything the way I see it. Either, you know, on the camera or in my head. It's just It's just a fact of life. It just doesn't work. The brain doesn't, I don't know. I guess I got some, I guess I will never be able to do realistic art, which is, I suppose, fine, because eventually I want to get into doing this stuff, you know, I more enjoy, which is fantasy type things. And those aren't realistic at all, so just gotta go there, right? Just gotta go there, right? Oh, that actually came out kind of nice. Right there. I'm not unhappy with that. So the celebration's pretty much over. We are going to spend this next week, the week that you actually get to see this. Hi, Birdie. Getting back into routines, including filming again, but also just the routines that we need, you know, in general for the household. I'm actually fairly looking forward to that, not being baking all day. I didn't mind the baking, don't get me wrong, but it was a lot. It was a lot of baking. It was, I probably started too early. I did make my first 2 candies this year. Well, one of them I had made before, but I don't technically see it as a candy. It is. It's peppermint bark. However, it's not. It's not this complicated candy where you have to get everything a certain temperature. But I made my first maple candy. My first batch was didn't come out the way it was supposed to. Turns out my thermometer needed new batteries, and I needed to come up with a better way for it to stay on the pan. I have these cute little heart-shaped things that are supposed to hold it and don't hold it well. So I had to come up with a better way to do that. And once I did that, I was able to reach the right temps, and I made my first candy. I'm proud of myself. I made my first candy, folks. Now, understanding my oldest does not like super sweet things, so I had her taste it for the first time. And she made this face and said, "Who hurt you?" But regardless about how she feels, I successfully made my first candy. I am proud of it, and personally, I like maple candy, but then I am very much a sweets girl. I like things sweet. Probably a little too much for my health, you know. But that's me. I like it. I like it, and I'm proud of myself. Amongst the other things we're also putting together, I've set up my calendar for next year, my planner, and my plans for next week. I feel pretty good about what I've got, what I'm thinking about. And so we are set to go. The only thing that's coming up is my husband and I have our I think it's our 25th anniversary? Excuse me, 27th anniversary. I swear. It's amazing he puts up with me and my no memory. terrible memory. Unfortunately, he has to work, so we're probably not doing anything this year. Usually, he cooks us a really nice dinner, and we snuggle up and watch a movie together. But he has to work this year, so I'm not sure what the plan is. We actually married in front of the Justice of the Peace on New Year's Eve. It is doing New Year's Eve the way we do it is our way of staying off the streets. You know, we don't need to go out and be fancy to celebrate being together. It's hard to believe it's been 27 years, though, in all honesty. We almost didn't make it. One of these days I'll have to tell you that story. But yeah, 27 years. I'll have to tell you all how we met and all that stuff one of these days. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. I am not happy about the felon becoming president. However, I've got myself pretty much set up for as much as a fresh start as I can manage while being stuck at home. We can talk about that another day. We're going to have a bit more talking on this channel in the future, since we're going to have just a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit less new makeup and stuff. I have come up with plans that I hope you guys will like. So as we get into the second part of our session, I want to show off some gifts that a friend got me for Christmas that I'm really excited to be playing with. The first was she sent me a new set of gel pens. This comes in 3 sizes, 0.5, 0.8, and 1. Can't wait to see if these will work better than the ones that I had purchased previously. Can't wait to play with those. And even more exciting for me is she got me this really neat roll that I can now use to organize my brushes, which will make it easier to find the brushes I'm looking for, as well as make it less noisy when I'm going over to grab a brush. And I like the little pocket down here, so that when I have, so that the few extras that I have or going to get, I can still tuck in between and still keep inside the roll. I'm really excited about that too. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Tracy, again for the gifts. And let's go ahead and get back into this stuff. Still going to be working on the leaves today, but I am kind of hoping to get down into our flower a bit more. And I'm getting a bit more excited about getting this done so that I can go into the bird, which will bring in some other colors. Really looking forward to getting into this. Some other colors. The bird has a lot of green and blue, but we'll see. We're going to just go ahead and work on finishing the top of this. And yeah, I'm real excited about all having the new organization and everything, so I can just go ahead and grab exactly what I'm looking for instead of having to plunder around on it. And I can also make sure that I'm not accidentally throwing, oh, we're not going to be able to see those. Just going to push this along. I can also make sure that I'm not accidentally throwing my brushes that I have reserved for my white colors accidentally in there as well. So very excited about all that. I am in fact going to attempt to use one of these gel pens now. I'm going to go with the 0.8. As I've mentioned before, there's like this veining, these lines through here. I want to see how this works with doing the lines. Testing away, as we do. Just see what's going on. Okay. Oh, she is showing up beautifully. I'm gonna have to be careful. I may have to go over it with some white, some very light green. Wow, that's showing up a lot better than I expected. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to try putting down the pen and then immediately covering it. As you saw, it took a bit to dull these lines a bit. We don't really want them showing up this much. We want them there to show the texture, but they don't need to be quite so clear. So I'm going to try, instead of laying the whole thing down at once, I'm going to try to lay down a line. I'm going to go ahead and take my color, make sure I have color ready to go. I'm going to lay down my line. And then quickly cover it. All right, so that covered it so much that it just disappeared. So let's try giving it a minute and then going over it. So I'm going to have to find a balance, I think, between the time when I put down the pen and when I add the color, because one way comes out too dry. Now see there, you can almost see what it's supposed to look like. So I think it's going to take a little practice for me to figure out the timing. So that we get a line more like this one and less like this. And this one over here just keeps disappearing on me. because I'm covering it too early. So yes, that's going to take a little practice to figure out. And that's fine. Learning as we go, right? I have to rework some of this now. These are going to keep looking stark no matter what I do, but at least now I know. I'm going to have to play around with the rest of these a bit. With the area around it that I've actually lightened up more than I want to. me show you the picture again. If you look along this upper edge, there's like a little bit of a shine that is brighter than the rest of it, and that's what I've been trying to do. And while the glitter seems to help, the shimmer seems to help, it's not doing what I want. So I'm trying to figure out how to bring that out. I wonder if that will do it. Okay, so we're going to try something a little different. I just want it on that upper edge. So we're going to try this. We're going to try this. Just along that top. So this needs to be a little smaller, I think. Let's try this again. Okay. Yes, I'm going to have to remark with my pen, but I really am trying to get this shiny brightness that's up there, even if I have to use a different color to do it. We all know the FMs, the fantasy makers, don't dry down, so maybe they'll help me get what I'm looking for. This one has a bit of a gold cast to it, so we'll see. A lot of what we do is experimentation, right? At least right now. Although I suspect there will be a lot of experimentation also in my future. That seemed to brighten it up some. Doesn't have the same brightness about it, but that's better. It's a little better. The struggle is real. What are you, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Hey, can you at least look up here? Let them see you? No? Is she just gonna lay sort of on brushes and things? I love my cat. I love my cat. I swear, I love my cat. You're just laying on everything. Little punka. Just laying on everything. Moving things around. Have to be part of the show. necessity, out of the way I've drawn it, mine is going to look a little different than theirs. I made a larger leaf bulb down here, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. And I've added more of the pink up here. It's not as bright because it's underneath. But I think I'm doing okay. What do you think? You'll have to let me know. And in the meantime, that's going to be it for this session. And yep, more leaf work is coming and more of the other stuff is coming. But I'm glad I managed to save this a little bit, and I'm feeling really good about where we're going. This is, I don't know, it's going to have to do, I guess. I can't seem to figure out a way to get this lighter shading up there. Even adding the white doesn't help, and the white has been blending with everything else and lightening, so still got figuring out to do. But this is only my third image that I'm intending to complete. My fifth image overall that I am working on. 2 others did not get completed, but I'm feeling good about this one. I'm going to keep working with it. I'm feeling pretty happy with it for the most part. Should have made my leaf here a little small, but that's okay. It is what it is. It's fine. It'll be fine. Anyway, so that is it for the day, and I hope you like what you've seen and that you will go ahead and subscribe, share, and comment down below what you think. I would really love to hear your input. And in the meantime, we'll see you later. Bye. I'm going to go take a nap. I've been sick, so I'm going to take a nap. See you soon.